Good morning. This is Sri Primo with a quick recap of day two of the Wimbledon round one matches. Delivered incredible theater in the All England Club. An emotional icon's return, a tearful farewell for a three-time Grand Slam champion, a lot of upsets, a lot of top players being pushed to the limit. So let's quickly get down to it. So in the men's draw, we'll start with that. Ben Shelton. That was the biggest shock of the day as the four seed crashed out of the tournament with Otto Virtanen putting on a clinic to upset the American in grueling five-set battle. Concerning for Ben Shelton, I really thought he would go far in this tournament. A little disappointed that he was not able to get through multiple rounds. I think he would have been good once um, the weather got slightly cooler and also the courts started to wear out a little bit. But unfortunately, not meant to be. So we got Ben Shelton losing in five sets. Other than that, there was other players. Like I said, we have a lot of other seeds who moved on. You got Tommy Paul and Brandon Nakashima both moving on, but Nakashima had a very, very tough time in the match. But he moves on to the next round. The courts, like I said, continue to be an equalizer. I think when it's becoming challenging, even like we'll get to the women's, but the women's draw, you had Iga Swiatek. Uh, the biggest story of the day was, of course, Serena. Serena had returned 44-year-old Serena. That's her first singles match in nearly 4 years. The center court was packed, a lot of drama in there. And when she came back and she saved a match point in the second set, forced a decider, you thought my joint, her opponent, would be in a little bit of trouble. But I mean, give credit to the 20-year-old Maya, who managed to not just keep her nerves away, but also the crowds who obviously were cheering for Serena. She had 11 match losing streak going in. So everything that if you're playing, I don't care what level you're playing at, even at the professional level, when you're on an 11 game losing streak, you're playing probably one of the greatest tennis players of all time. And you just had your opponent just save a match point, tie the game, tie the set score at 1-all. Going to the third set on the hallowed grounds of Wimbledon, you would think that she would crumble under the pressure. But give credit where it's due. She managed to not just um, beat Serena, but also stop her own streak of losing 11 in a row, but also beating an icon on the center court. So, Serena, the question is going to be what's her future going to be in terms of singles? I know she's going to be playing doubles, but will she do the same thing coming back in US Open? I think that remains to be seen. Will she be playing in other ATP, WTA tournaments prior to the run up to the US Open? That remains to be seen. So she did not take any questions. So I think a lot of these unanswered questions will be there, but we'll get to hear more from Serena today or tomorrow. As far as Iga Swiatek, she had to play against Taylor Towson, who is a doubles expert. Um, Again, I think I talked about the Wimbledon courts being an equalizer, and it truly was. Taylor Towson came back, and she won the first set. Iga won the first set, but Taylor got the second set. But then Iga was able to again settle down and win it at 6-3, and she's the defending Wimbledon champion. And then, of course, a lot of we had other women like Amanda Anisimova cruising on, Madison Keys, Naomi Osaka, Sakari, all moving on to the next round. However, I think we talked about it. Svitlina lost. A lot of players on both the men and women. Rublev, Shelton, Darderi, Arnaldi lost. And then same thing on the women's side. We got Svetlina losing. That's probably one of the biggest upsets that you're going to see. Let's come to the one match, which was an epic match between Berrettini, who was, Wimbledon finalist and a three-time champion in Stan the Man Wawrinka. What an amazing career it is for Stan the Man. I mean, he is, think about it, he's beaten two 20 plus Grand Slam winners in the final, Nadal and Djokovic. And he's beaten both of them. I mean, the thing is that he grew up in an era of where the big three were there. That's along with Murray. So it's actually technically, so saying big four, I'm fine saying big five. He's won three Grand Slams. So I'm going on the limb and saying that everybody calls big three, but I would say big five because Stan the Man and Murray, if not for those big three, they would have won more than seven or eight Grand Slams easily. So a tearful farewell. I mean, a lot of tiebreakers in the match against Berrettini. And it was very tearful seeing Stan the Man on the court, on the center court. Um, I think he'll be missed. I think this could be his last. And what a treat it was. The one-handed backhand is probably one of my favorites. Not many people hit it these days. Yes, you do see a couple of players now hit it, but not at that level that Stan the Man did. Of course, he comes from Switzerland, where my favorite Roger Federer is from. But what a career he has had! What an incredible sportsman! I'm really, sad that he will be exiting the tennis courts. Yes, he'll be playing here and there, but I think you will never see him at Wimbledon anymore. And that's sad. But I think a salute to the one of the greatest one-hand backhands, one of the top players, sure bet Hall of Fame player in Stan the Man. Good day, Stan the Man. You are proud and keep your head up high. Thanks again for listening, guys. Have a good rest of the day.